the tree of life and the tree of death. Since the dawn of consciousness, humanity has been captivated by trees. They are pillars of the world, bridging earth and sky. They provide shelter, food, and oxygen, the very essentials of life. But in the soil of our oldest stories, two particular trees stand in a garden, representing the most fundamental choice we all face. They are not just botanical specimens. They are cosmic symbols that represent the duality of human existence and the choices we make. The tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the tree of death. Genesis 2:8-9. What do these trees truly represent? And why does an ancient choice between them still resonate in every decision we make today, connecting us to our spiritual heritage? Let's journey into their eternal meaning. First, the tree of life. As one of our sources describes, this tree is more than a source of eternal physical life. It is the very symbol of God's own life, nature, and wisdom. To eat from this tree is to plug into the divine source willingly. It's to accept that life, purpose, and moral understanding flow from God to us. It represents a relationship of trust and dependency. The creature acknowledges the Creator as the source of all that is good and true. This is the principle of receiving from the source. Think of it as a spiritual circulatory system. Life, wisdom, and love originate in God and flow to us. We then extend that life to others and back to Him in a cycle of perpetual, abundant life. It's the ultimate, unbroken connection. It is, in essence, the reality of grace, receiving a gift we did not earn, an inspiring and uplifting truth, and then the other tree. Often we focus on the good and evil part and miss the most important word, knowledge. This isn't about knowing facts, it's about determining for oneself. As our source puts it, it's the desire to be the one who decides what is right and wrong for oneself, independent of God. This is the birth of the human ego, the posture that says, I don't need a source outside of myself. I will be my own God. My own mind, my own feelings, my own judgment will be the final authority. It seems empowering, the ultimate freedom, but it's a catastrophic illusion, a heavy burden with dire consequences. Choosing this tree is like a flower cutting itself from its roots, believing it can thrive on its own. It might look good for a while, but it has chosen a path of certain death. This is why it's rightly called the tree of death. It doesn't mean God zapped Adam and Eve as punishment. It means they chose to sever themselves from the only source of life itself. The choice was the death sentence. This is the stark reality of the law, a system where we try to become good by our own effort, a burden we were never designed to bear. So to contrast, on the left, we have images of the flowing water cycle, the connected tree, a person in a posture of prayer or receiving, and a community helping one another. On the right, we see the wilting flower, a tree being chopped down, a person looking arrogant and isolated, and scenes of conflict and broken relationships. To wrap up, the tree of life invites us into the source. The tree of death reminds us of the consequences of turning from the source. The choice is presented in the very first pages of our story, and the implications echo through every era. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of life, death, and everything between. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe to Bible Sphere, and check out my channel for more deep dives into spiritual and symbolic themes. Until next time, stay rooted.